In this video, I'm going to be discussing a psychologically sustainable wellness infrastructure, something that I've posited in a previous video. And I want to discuss this broadly in terms of its core concept as being self-sustainability, and this as being essential to it, as in terms of uh, involving direct aspects of the self regarding our direction, our motivations, and our psychological well being, and also our physical well being, and how that directly relates to our core motivations, our central motivations, and what we find meaningful, but also our core perceptions and personality characteristics and values, and how this all interrelates to optimizing well being as well as our at our core, our self intelligence and our self knowledge that it is essential for maintaining a healthy, happy, and productive life, uh, and expanding the lifespan, increasing our longevity from these behaviors that are direct and involve our direct perceptions, direct motivations, from our direct emotions, direct feelings, direct actions, and direct behaviors that really facilitate optimal processes regarding the mind, body, and behavior, and which help to regulate our physical health and stave off and prevent disease, as well as regulate negative emotions that we experience, and particularly toning down the frequency and often the severity of negative emotions and how they impact the mind and body, and also our relations to the environment, our direct relations and the associations that we make with the environment, the connections we make with the environment, and how we operate in the world, and how that operation in the world impacts the mind, body, and behavior and our overall health and the self ultimately, and what we find meaningful. And it's very, very important to understand that what's core to a psychologically sustainable wellness infrastructure is the self and what we find meaningful in particular. And that meaning is intrinsic to a lot of what supports our well being through direct pathways of what we experience in perceptions and the quality of those perceptions, which are associated directly to all aspects of our personality, involving perceptions, motivations, emotions, feelings, actions, behaviors, as well as meaning and what we find as individuals meaningful, including values that are constituencies of those various groups. Um, and these are all important for really fueling optimal health and well being that connects all these dimensions. Um, and this would also include various other aspects that are central to psychological sustainability and the sustainability of the self in general. One which is really core is psychological flexibility, but then there's also individual strengths and our situated strengths and resourcefulness, as well as innovativeness and our capacity for self-direction, particularly self-directedness and directedness. But it's this self-directedness that is highly important and overarching. And it's also our propensity for greater self-intelligence and self-knowledge, which is core to maintaining and sustaining the self and the self-sustainability, which resides and is parsimonious to. It's indistinguishable from the psychologically sustainable wellness infrastructure, and also how to facilitate it and develop it and to really engage in this optimizing process. So that's all I wanted to say for that, and I hope you enjoy this video, and that was uh, clear or clearer, and I hope to continue to make that clearer as I'm refining this idea in particular in a book where I've just discussed it as a wellness infrastructure rather than a psychologically sustainable wellness infrastructure, because I have separated psychological sustainability more to talk about particular aspects of the wellness infrastructure rather than the whole integrated theory and model, as well as the practicalities of it, because it refers to direct natural structures of the self in natural world. Um, so I hope that's clearer, and you enjoy this video. Bye.